Hello, this tutorial is going to walk you through how to do a type of logic puzzle on the website Sporcle. So this is going to be a basic quiz where you're going to be given a name of a season and you're going to have to fill out the challenger for each cell that you see in the table. So here from A1 to D5, each one of those cells is a different person. Once we start the quiz, you're going to receive your first clue, and that will give you a hint as to who goes into other cells. So if you guess a name and it's incorrect, nothing will happen. If it is correct, this particular quiz will autofill. The one that you're going to do for your challenge, you might have to actually click to submit the name. So I am doing this quiz for this video on a mobile device. I do find it easier to use a laptop desktop version browser. But you can try both formats and figure out what works easier for you. So there will be a time limit to this. It will count down. If you don't submit in time, you're going to have to start over. But the time for your challenge is going to be based off of the total start and stop time in your gameplay channel. So here we know everything is about Rivals 2. I'll go ahead and click play and get our first hint. So CT, I'm here to cause havoc and tell you my fellow season winners are in the other corners. My man Leroy is at B3. So it gives us the answer right away to B3. We can click on that cell and type in, see at the top, just start typing in Leroy. This one autofills. It says, I hear column D only has women. So I'm going to go back to the first hit because we know that the other three winners of the season are in the corners. So if we think back to Rivals 2, the winners were CT and Wes, along with Emily and Paula. So I'll go to the bottom left. Let's go ahead and try Wes here. That one's correct. Go over here. Let me type Emily. Nothing happened, so we know that this has to be Paula. Can go back up. And this one has to be Emily. So then we look at the other clues. Everyone in row 4 is from the same season of the real world. Okay. The column beside me is exclusively reserved for challenge champions, column C. All right. Column D only has women. So these last two have to be women as well. And then Wes, I share a row with the only 2 female real world cast members to win more than one challenge. Okay. So, Paula is one too. So another multi-time champ is in B5 or C5. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'll actually start with Emily's hit. So looking at the cast for Rivals 2, there were 4 people from the real world Portland. Jordan, Marlon, Anastasia, and Jessica. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll start guessing them. So here I say Marlon in A4. Nothing happens. Try Jordan. Nope. It's 4, right? Yep, okay. Try Jordan. Nope. Anastasia. The column beside me is in alphabetical order. So we have Marlon, Jordan, and Jessica, right? So we know it has to come after the yellow Leroy, so I'll go ahead and do Marlon. There we go. C4 has to be Jordan or Jessica, but we also know that D only has women, so C4 has to be Jordan. And then that means Jessica is in D, D4. So you see Jordan says, I am adjacent to someone who has a podcast with fellow Challenge alum Susie Meister. So it has to be C3 or C5. Has to be Sarah Rice. Now, we also know that Wes shares a row with the only 2 real-world cast members to win more than one challenge. So I don't think Sarah had won 2, so we'll try her up above. Oh. Yeah, okay, so Sarah shares a diagonal with someone. CT shares a diagonal with someone he once wore as a backpack and who decided not to share a prize with me. So we go back up to CT, and we know that Johnny Bananas is going to be an even B2 or C3 because it's diagonal, so we'll try B2. Nope. So we'll try C3. Yep. Both members of teams are present in this quiz. I had a Twitter beef with my partner who is diagonal to me. Okay, so we know everybody that's listed now, their partner on the show is in the quiz. So that will help us a little bit. And Johnny's partner that season was Frank, who is diagonal from him. So he's either going to be in D2 or B2. And we already know that column D is only women. So B2, we will type Frank. My column only has men. So Leroy's partner this season was Ty. So let's go ahead and try Ty in B5. Yep. Someone in column A change partners. Let's try to finish off. Actually, let's look at that. Someone in column A change partners. So we know Wes, Anastasia, and CT did not. We know Heather did. Heather Cook. So let's try. Yep. Cara Maria is a better partner than Naomi, anyways. All right. So that clue doesn't help us. We just continue looking. So only men, Frank and Leroy, Marlon and Jordan, Frank and Johnny, Marlon, Jordan, Ty, Leroy, West CT. So from the people on the board, we can't figure out who B1 is. So I believe, unless I'm missing something, B1 and their partner are two of the cells that are left. So let's keep looking at the other hints here. So there was also something that said all the people with J names are adjacent to each other. So we can try column D that we know is all women. So let's see if there's other J's. There are a few. So we'll try Jemmy. Okay, that one worked. Same number of men and women in this quiz. Okay, so it'll be 10 of each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 women so far. 1, 2, 3. So we're looking for 3 more women and 2 more men. So let's go back to the J. So Jemmy's partner was Camilla. So we'll try D2, see if that is Camilla. It is not. So we know B1 has to be a male, so let's try A. Camilla, no. We'll just keep trying her in the open spots. There she is. First team to be eliminated, and the top 3 teams are in this quiz. So the first team to be eliminated was Tyree and Dunbar. So we can try up here. We know that this column is all men. And it is also in alphabetical order. So we'll go ahead and try Dunbar. Yep. I don't share a column with my teammate. So we will try Tyree over here. Yep. So we have 2 names left. I'm just reading through the different clues here. Oh, okay. So column C is all challenge champs. So if we look who has won, we need a woman that has won a championship at this point. She had. Is it a woman? What are we at now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 men. Camilla. We already have Jimmy. Cara Maria. Cook, Dia, Manisa, John A, Nani, Teresa, Jasmine, Sarah, Trishelle, Anastasia, Naomi. Herb. You know what? For the sake of time, I'm just going to start typing in names. Scar Maria, I share a room with my teammate. So we are just looking for the one person that is missing their teammate on here. Cook and Cara Maria, Anastasia, Jessica, Camilla, Jemmy, Emily, Paula. Sarah was partners with Trishelle. Okay, so if I type Trishelle, there we go. Shows me that I'm done. So you would take the screenshot of this and submit that.